Upon endlessly scrolling through the vast amount of videos on YouTube, I came across a little channel known as the Trinket 097, with a video that caught my attention and a story that I was not ready to discover. A video backed by biblical lore and scripture that went right over my head. We are met with our protagonist, Jamie 2001, a Minecrafter who used to play back in the day. She decided she wanted to do something a little bit more enduring, and with a lot of excitement, that was put into recording. She starts off with the intentions of making a starter house and gaining iron tools, making wooden tools to get stone, and set the intentions of finding iron while exploring. However, she will only get to building a starter home, as the parts that are the most important lie at the end of her video. Most of this is regular survival. She fights mobs, gathers resources, and finds no luck in the search for iron. However, as stated previously, what's important is at the end of the video. Out of nowhere, she gets transported into a library. From the looks of it, it looks to be some kind of labyrinth. Just bookshelves upon bookshelves of information. Weird coming from the fact that her video was just a regular Minecraft survival. What's the importance of her being within this library at this time? That, however, brings our attention to the very first thing we see before we even start this video, and that is Trinket's video description. This description is in binary, and when decoded, leads me to a Mediafire link, which in return leads me to something else. It leads me to a zip file, and within this zip file brought me to one single video.
Where the hell am I?
Jamie would appear to be in some sort of library, and to us, we would already make out that this is no ordinary library. She would notice the corridors lit up by the lanterns, and upon that, we make the assumption that this is some sort of labyrinth stacked with information. Jamie would then check her inventory and notice that everything was previously wiped except for one item, a book. And checking the contents of this book, it read, "Welcome to the library. Rules. Rule 1. Do not remove books from their shelves. Rule 2. Do not open sealed volumes. Rule 3. Do not enter door 000. Rule 4. Do not stay awake for too long. Rule 5. If you hear writing, leave the vicinity immediately. Please refrain from coming in contact with the librarian. It is hostile and will not hesitate to act on aggression." Unorthodox rules for any ordinary library. However, we already came to that assumption that this isn't just a regular library. There are dark areas that consist of twists and turns, with corridors lit up by lanterns that seem to just stretch on forever. What are we gonna find within this labyrinth of knowledge?
I am so confused. Why the hell am I even here?
Amidst all the confusion, Jamie would finally acknowledge the chest in front of her. Checking it, she would notice the contents within the chest consist of bread and beds. One of the rules of the book was that she had to sleep, so she took one bed and a stack of bread just in case she needed it for later. She would acknowledge the balcony that she saw upon loading into this labyrinth and would go up to check out what it had. She would notice that one of the bookshelves had a book stored in it. This book had something weird in it. A riddle that read, "A head of gold, a body that fades, strength turns to weakness in layered grades, broken not by hand, but by a stone. What vision was the king once shown? 4 items to wear, 5 materials to bear. Find them in a timely fashion." This sparking off our first puzzle to solve. Jamie would then make her way back down the balcony. She would then catch a glimpse of a redstone torch, finding more redstone torches, and eventually finding an area that was flattened out with 5 item frames laying atop a couple blocks. This has to have some ties to whatever we found within the book from earlier. Jamie would then go on to explore the library, following the lanterns that lit up the endless corridors of this labyrinth of knowledge. And eventually she would come across something odd. A room like we found earlier, flattened out with doors littered all over the place. Every door seemed to do nothing, until she came across one specific door with the numbers 238 on top of it. She gets teleported to another room, another area. Hard to say that it's a part of the library itself. However, the bookshelves say otherwise. She would eventually take notice to the variety of empty bookshelves, but more to the ones that shelved a singular book within them. Checking it, she would find the phrase, "Be not afraid," within each book. I don't get the overall message behind this phrase, or what's being sent. But this is creepy nonetheless, especially taking into context the account of who would be using these phrases and how it would be interpreted. Eventually, she would notice a lonely book at the end of a different hallway, and what seems to be tough blocks, symbolizing some kind of door or mechanism hiding something behind it. In order from materials, value in account, flip the levers to continue your route. This book hints towards solving whatever puzzle lies in front of us, whether we see it or not. Jamie would notice the 4 room entrances that we saw from earlier. She would go into each of them to collect a book from a chest at the end of each room.
Give me something more challenging.
As Jamie flicked the last lever, the tough wall revealed a hidden passage. This passage would lead down to some type of throne room. However, as Jamie turns around to look towards where she came from, she notices that the entrance she once took is now gone. Everything from the riddle given to us from the beginning, including the puzzle notes given to us from each chest, all hints towards this referring to the Book of Daniel. The Book of Daniel, chapter 2, references King Nebuchadnezzar's dream about a statue made of various materials, with the materials degrading in value from head to toe, gold representing the kingdom of Babylon as the head. How this portrays towards Jamie and the entire situation she's in, I'm still trying to piece together. However, her response doesn't make things any better. If anything, it's egotistical and kind of shows more of her true colors, completely different to what we saw earlier in Trinket's video. A reaction similar to how King Nebuchadnezzar would react. Soon enough, a door would appear, and interacting with this door would send her back to the library. A sneaking suspicion that this is going to be a reoccurring thing as we explore this labyrinth of knowledge alongside our protagonist.
Where did the books I had go?
As she would point out, her inventory would be wiped of the books that she found within the previous puzzle. I honestly have no explanation for this, and I find it very odd that she didn't keep the books after the puzzle, as they can be of help with solving the main puzzle given to her from the start. Is this going to continuously happen with other puzzles she comes across? And I hope she doesn't end up like both of the kings of Babylon talked about within the Book of Daniel. Eventually, she would find herself returning to exploring this labyrinth. With weird things happening to her as if she was being warned, and Jamie is noticing it.
This place is endless.
These weird visions seem complicated, foreshadowing a door of some sort. But is it something bad, or is it something good? She would find herself in another flat-out area similar to what we found earlier, with doors scattered all over the place. However, this seems to be more of like an intersection. And just like previously, one door would send her to another room. She would find herself in an all-black puzzle room with 4 item frames holding 4 more books. She would go to these books and take them out of their frames. Looking into them, she would find that they'd hold the same exact lettering, but with different numbers at the end. She goes to check the chest in the middle of the room, and within this chest holds another book. Now, I'm not sufficient enough to know what kind of cipher this is. However, it's not hard to put 2 and 2 together. The 4 books we got from the item frame definitely hold towards solving this cipher. Taking the letters that were put into the 4 books, I decided to put it through a Caesar cipher, and this Caesar cipher came back with the word rot, or R-O-T. This is using a rot 13 cipher. However, we cannot ignore the fact that Daniel chapter 2 verse 20 through 22 is mentioned at the end of page 2. My assumption is this is exactly what the text is. To confirm my suspicions, I went ahead and took this text and implemented it into a decoder. And seeing that I had to run it through 4 different decoders, we came back with one answer, rot 47, and our assumptions were correct. This is Daniel chapter 2 verses 20 through 22. But what is the significance of these verses? This is hinting towards how to solve this puzzle, or at least hinting on how to get out of here. Fitting, since this puzzle room is completely pitch black and holds a lot of secrets hidden within the darkness of its confinement. Also taking note that this was Daniel's praise to God after revealing the truth of King Nebuchadnezzar's dream. This teaches us that secrets and knowledge will be revealed to those who consistently pursue God. However, I don't know if Jamie took it that way. Her arrogance and ego shine through deeply.
These puzzles are horrible. Give me something that will actually be worthwhile. It's way too easy. There's nothing to learn from this.
Weird things would continue to happen to Jamie, even if it's in the smallest amount. She would solve the puzzle in a similar fashion to how I solved it, going off of what the book gave her, the hint towards Daniel chapter 2. However, she didn't double check with deciphering the text. She went completely off of her own intuition, showing pride through confidence, and in many ways is very concerning, especially with where this is leading. She would go off to search the corners of the room, eventually finding a door hidden underneath the water of the floor. Interacting with the door would send her back to the library. Jamie notices that she gets a new item within her inventory. However, everything obtained from that puzzle room gets wiped. We already made an assumption that this would continue to happen with the inventory. Before she continued on, she made a jarring comment and mockery of the Bible, blaming whoever made the puzzles for the reason she was there. If I was in Jamie's shoes, I would honestly watch my mouth. Though she is showing a lot of materialistic sides. So far, she has been not only rude, and very quick to say what's on her mind, but she's also showing a lot of signs of materialism, wanting to get rewards from something that doesn't even satisfy her, knowing that these rewards won't be satisfying at all.
How can you give me worthless junk needed to solve another one of your pathetic puzzles? You show me no worth in this stupid library you made.
Despite this, Jamie would go on to continue exploring. And eventually, she would come across this. And like that, something appeared behind Jamie, something that we have seen before. Something that I overlooked from the beginning of the video was a white figure standing behind Jamie during her survival video. As she turns around, she would see some type of figure. It would immediately take her to another door. Now, I can only assume that this is the librarian, but this sparks many questions. What's the significance of this entity showing itself now? And why didn't it show itself earlier? My question is, what is the purpose of the librarian? And is this entity truly what it is? Interacting with the door would take Jamie to a completely different library. Met with a lectern and a book. This book would be some type of alphabet system, one that we have no use for at the moment. However, the library's giving an homage to the Book of Daniel, as in the Book of Daniel, we are constantly seeing the seeking of God's knowledge. This is very important as he reveals things that are hidden to us. Jamie would make her way into the library, noticing a lonely book within an empty shelf. She goes to take the book and read it. However, the words came back ciphered. This is the exact same text that's inside the Index of Signs. Jamie doesn't even try to decode it. She just brushes it off, questioning what kind of book it even is. She would go on to find more books, ciphered in the same way that the first one was, but she would again make no effort to attempt to try and solve them. Jamie would then make her way towards the giant tree, investigating its surroundings and eventually finding something underneath the stairs around the tree. And within this chest, a lonely book that was also ciphered via using the Index of Signs. This would force Jamie to actually solve the puzzle, and also give us time to decode the messages from earlier. As she decodes the puzzle, I'd like to point something out from earlier. I honestly don't know the direction that this is going, as the general census is starting to get all jumbled up between the way Jamie is acting towards the puzzles and how these environments are reacting to her. However, we can see how the Book of Daniel plays out exactly as it does with Jamie. Now, going back to the 4 messages from earlier, we know that it is from the Index of Signs. Using the Index of Signs to decode the 4 books, this is what they translate to. With no choice but to decode the encryption, she went ahead and started off with getting wood from the tree within the middle of this library. She would use it to make signs. Although she ends up giving up the signs, she eventually deciphers the text, giving her this. What's hidden has been revealed, a flight of stairs and you're as free as the sea.
All that trouble for a stupid riddle?
She would notice a door upon reaching the 2nd level. Upon approaching it, there would be a sign with 4 words on it. I don't understand what these 4 words are hinting towards, let alone what they mean. Just like before, interacting with the door would send her back to the original library. She would check her inventory and realize that she also received another item. legs of bronze, another piece contributing to the statue that King Nebuchadnezzar had a dream of. She would then continue to show her arrogant side, proceeding to demand something better than the rewards given to her for the puzzle. Though something odd happens this time around. It seems like her inventory doesn't get wiped. She keeps at least one of the books from the previous library. Could this mean that both of these places are connected in some kind of way? And what is the significance of her keeping the index of signs? Jamie would push on within the labyrinth, continuing to explore and see what else she could find. Her motives are unclear to me, and I honestly don't know what she is looking for at this point. It seems like everything is right in front of her face. All she has to do is literally call out and look for knowledge, and pursue whatever that she wants. But instead, she's looking more for fulfillment, and it's starting to become an issue. Her ego is flaring up. Her pride is starting to be worn. She wants something of worth, but doesn't see the value of the lessons being taught in front of her, the tests that she has gone over. She'd find her way back to the previous door, however would notice that the unmarked door from before was now open. Someone is moving within the library. I would like to assume it's the librarian, but what motives does the librarian have to go through these doors?
Okay, that was weird.
Finally acknowledging the little weird visions that she's been getting here and there. However, we were transferred to a completely different room, a room full of stone bricks and primarily stone fire all around. Jamie would go and check the chest that was left for her in the room. She would find another book. The book held 4 pages with 4 different Bible verses. These verses came from the book of Revelations. I know for a fact that this is a reference towards the end times. Could this be referencing towards Jamie's end? The way that I see it, I feel like Jamie is being warned. If she continues to act the way that she's acting, it's going to end in turmoil for her. She would go along and read the Bible verses, looking at the chapter numbers as well as the verse numbers. She would solve this fairly quickly. It's not a hard puzzle to solve. It's an item frame lock combination. So whatever is in the book, you just apply to the item frames. After putting the code in, she would notice that a hole in the floor would open. Confused by its random appearance, she would try to figure out what this meant. She would make another snarky remark, talking about how the puzzle was too easy to solve, not picking up on any of the hints given to her from this puzzle, but inevitably would end up going down the hole to see what it contained.
The order and blocks assigned to each frame refer to the materials we have found so far. It's obvious.
She would find herself in another black room with a door lit up by soul lanterns. However, something was different about this door. The sign held no numbers, except a phrase, "You were warned." Our speculations about Jamie being warned of her behavior were kind of true. I feel like it's a 50-50. As far as I'm shown, this is exactly what it's counting towards. She wants materialistic things, better items than what she's given. And then on top of that, she has the audacity to trash whoever created the library. These are tests against Jamie, and she's failing every single test given to her. She would appear in another part of the library, one completely different than what we've seen before. In front of her would be some type of puzzle, one that I couldn't decipher myself. She tried to decipher the puzzle herself and couldn't do it. However, she noticed a book on an empty bookshelf. You were doomed with fate to be the one who connects the watcher with the realm of the dream. You die here and now, henceforth the librarian, where they shall scrub you of your filth and drag the watcher from his screen. The librarian is a bit of a mystery to me, and I haven't really done much to talk about what he or it is, but clearly the librarian is some kind of servant to this place. Jamie would question if this is real, if this is a joke. The realization settling in that she should have changed her attitude earlier. Eventually, she'll find another redstone torch pathway. This one would lead to a random door with a redstone torch above it. Upon interacting with this door, she would be sent to a place that was completely unrecognizable to us. As she explored, she realized that this has to be the center of the library. Everything doesn't add up. Her attitude can always be fixed. But why kill someone over it? Why hint to them their end? They didn't pick up on the lessons given to them, but their life doesn't have to be extinguished for something so small. She would be so caught up in all of this that she didn't even notice that she had all 5 of the materials needed to finish the first puzzle. However, she would go up to the door in the middle of the tower and read the book left in the item frame. And then a hand appeared opposite the king. A message appeared before it would be finished. It warned, "Your kingdom is finished and divided. You have found your wantings. Your death comes. Jamie has been sentenced to die." Hey, so I've had some questionable things happen in this world I used to own with my brother. Mind you, he passed away recently. Could you possibly go through the videos I have unlisted? I can't figure out the issue and I don't know why they are the way they are. Here's a playlist containing the videos. Let me know if there are any issues. I never thought I'd ever get caught up in a story hidden behind the horrors of mental illness, sorrow, and grief that spirals into a twisted, deranged fantasy of self-hate and a moral hatred for the supposed loved ones of those who simply passed on. It started off with a Minecraft video from someone named Zeno, who had a weird experience on a world he used to play with his older brother Isaias. The first video, titled "I Miss You Too, Isaias," starts with our main protagonist, Marcus, who goes on to explain his reasonings to making this video in the first place, stating it's kind of a way to cope with the passing of his brother and the bullying he receives at school, even going on to say that his brother was the one who normally helped him with the bullying. He used to play on the older versions of Minecraft, so a few years ago we made this world with mods to kind of replicate that old Minecraft feel. He helped build this house with me. It's not an exact replica, but it's a pretty close replica to our childhood house. It even has working lights. As we move on, Marcus gives us a quick and easy house tour, and seeing from how long it takes him to get through the first portion of the house, this world held some kind of sentimental value to our protagonist.
Oh gosh, I forgot how much he used to play.
He explains who would have each room: his parents' room, his brother, and his. And upon checking the storage room chests, he would come across a chest with a book in it. Though he had to double back to the chest, he realizes quickly that this book was signed by a user named Isaias. It was his brother's. The name of the book is what stands out to me. First Letter. Could this be hinting towards anything of significance? I don't know. However, Marcus expresses his concerns about people logging onto the world. As mentioned in the messages before, it was a world that he and his brother owned, which means no one but them had access to that world, unless it was an invite sent out by them.
After he passed, I took sole ownership of most of his belongings, including his computer. No one has his logins but me. So to have access to this world, you need to be invited by me or him.
He even had his brother's possessions, his PC and account logins, meaning only he had access to that world. And then there was the book. I know the days to come will be hard with my absence. Memories will come to pass and our journey will come to an end. I will be gone, but not gone from your heart. Savor the memories we made together, Marcus. Support our mom in whatever way you can. You are a bright young man. Our time is nothing but short and limited. Unfortunately, my time has come. I love you, Marcus. Your big brother, Isaias. I miss you too. A sweet response to a book reassuring Marcus to stay strong, cherish his brother's memories, and help those who are also suffering like his mother. But pick this up with me. This is where we learn how relatable our protagonist is. His I miss you message wasn't just from the emotions or sentimental feelings he got from reading the book, but from correlation between the name of the book, first letter, and the capitalizations of each line on each page. We get one message from Isaias: I miss you. Sweet but subtly creepy in my opinion. This message initially left behind gives Marcus hope to push on, but the deeper meaning and hidden message just leaves a stain of grief and sorrow on my tongue. I can't believe anything good will lead from this, but I will say it's a little bittersweet. And then as Marcus finishes his house tour, he does notice a chest next to a tree in the distance.
That chest shouldn't be there.
Marcus quickly, with no hesitation, makes his way over to that chest, going into it and finding a book called Healing Wound. If you're reading this, I'm sorry I couldn't be there to continue supporting you in your darkest times. I know you're wondering why these books are showing up around the world. I had them planted right before everything went down. I don't want you going down a dark path like me. Mental health is a struggle, and you know it is too. You're a mentally resilient kid. I've never seen you break down, no matter the stress from school or the other kids that give you shit. Marcus, I know you'll be wondering why I did what I did, and I know you want answers from me or anyone in the family. If they haven't told you, you'll find out somehow in some way. No, I will always love you, and though this is a dark time for you, there will always be light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to be willing to walk in the dark to find the end. A book explaining the first letter and the book found in this chest, confirming Marcus's assumptions that Isaias indeed pre-planned the books for Marcus to find. Marcus would then go on to end the video by going to show off the rest of the buildings, primarily the dock that he built inspired by other infrastructure around his household, and the villager trading hall that he and his brother built for his world. However, I have to put a halt here before the end of this segment, as one very important thing happens that Marcus never caught up on, and that was the black figure seemingly watching him from the top of the lighthouse the entire time he was outside after noticing the chest next to the tree. In each instance, the figure is doing something different, whether that's in a different position or flat out disappearing from sight. This world is a world accessed by other players. For someone to be on the world isn't too far-fetched. Getting the IP address by chance or having the IP or world invite leaked isn't a 0% possibility. However, for the user to not have a name that's visible, especially when this close to Marcus, sparks some reasonable question. Who is this?
Hello again. It's been a while since the last time I recorded, but there's been some really weird things going on. I tried to play alone on the world, but things just kept happening. I'm going to show you what I mean, as it kind of freaked me out. As of right now, this is the first time I'm on in like a week. Remember, no one can get on this world without an invite.
It's been about a week since Marcus has tried to play alone on this world. The start to the second video, Alone, has Marcus concerned about unusual activity in his world. He even goes on to try and hide the fact that a player is in the world with him. However, the unusual activity that he's referring to was door changes on the main house that he and his brother built, from oak doors to spruce doors and torches to redstone torches. However, as he does a full house sweep and storage room check, he double backs to check his parents' room. Call it superstition, but from what I could tell, Marcus felt that something was still off. He would go a step forward to check the chests within the room and find a book titled End. The book read in a way only you could understand. Why does Marcus only know or understand what this means? Is it something that is on the nose for us, or is it really just that he can only understand? And the rest of the chests in all the other rooms held papers with one paper in the same slot named End. I couldn't think about what this was about, let alone what kind of cipher or puzzle this was hinting at. However, Marcus quickly picked up the pieces, and seeing how fast he solved it and how he reacted to it gave me reasons to be concerned.
I don't like this. Isaiah is dead.
To better understand what Marcus got from this, I decided to take a look at the puzzle a little bit deeper. Now, this is definitely a word cipher that we can put together, but how he solved it is a little bit difficult to me. Taking a look at it, we know that chests have 27 slots in them. And for every chest to have something in the 27th slot, I'd assume it'd have to do something with our alphabet system, assuming that it ranged from 1 through 26 going left to right. So that means going from the chest from his parents' room all the way through to his brother's room and his, taking a look at each and every chest, the message that he got was, "Look for me, Marcus. Help." That's what spooked Marcus, a cry for help. Maybe the player that he's seeing around the world isn't a player. Maybe it's his brother, trapped, manifested within his world, yearning for help. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is somebody messing with Marcus. Maybe they put this puzzle here for him, knowing the situation that he's in. But there are a few things that we do want to point out here. First off, it's the person that left the game. I don't know what kind of name that is. I for sure cannot figure out who and what it means. Another thing is the beds. In the first video, the beds were black. Now they have changed to red beds, and Marcus completely overlooks this. But it is very intriguing the fact that the torches and everything else changed. And of course, the little paper trail being left behind by Isaiah for Marcus to find. Jumping forward a bit, Marcus goes on to check on the villagers in his villager trading hall. He sees that 2 of them are missing. We know that this is an issue because in the first video, all of the villager slots were filled with a villager. We could check this up to the figure that we saw recently, or maybe even the player that left the game while Marcus was doing the puzzle, but we don't know. Marcus completely overlooks a lot of things. So there's a lot of things that could be of speculation here. Either Marcus is doing something to this world, or whoever this mystery player is responsible for whatever is going on in this world. My speculation is that this player has some sort of ties to Marcus, as there's no reason for this player to be on this world. I highly doubt any sane person would want to leak the IP or the invite code to a world of a dead player, of one who is grieving the death of their brother. Marcus would then go to one of the towers that his brother built. However, the first chest that he goes into has an arrangement of weird items. In hindsight, taking a look at this with just a glance, everything in this chest seems normal. But taking a deeper look at this, all of these items are odd to be inside of a watchtower chest. Why wasn't there bows or arrows inside of here? Why couldn't it be anything else other than armor? Why random blocks? Why an anvil, redstone torch, or even farmland or fertilized dirt? This is an assortment of items that are just weird for it to be inside of a watchtower chest. This is a cipher of some sorts. A word cipher, one that we've solved before. So this isn't necessarily hard for us to decipher, at least in terms of knowing what it is. Taking the first letter from each item, we get this. Now, taking into account duplicate items, we know that each repeated item represents a different letter depending on how many of them there are. So our cipher would change from what we have to this. I don't know if Marcus caught wind of the cipher. I don't know if he solved it mentally or if he really let it go over his head, but this is definitely warning him or telling him that he is not alone in his world. As he checks the second chest, we see a lot of the items in the previous chest in this one as well, except the one thing is the book that stands out. He takes the book, but his first actions are to question in game chat who is messing with him. He is definitely peeved about this. I can tell just by the way he is typing. All of us can. And I would be too. I definitely do not blame Marcus for the way he is acting right now.
Whoever has access to this world needs to leave and stop messing around. This isn't some prank. This is a world precious to me.
I wouldn't want somebody tarnishing or even meddling in a world that is meant to preserve the memories of somebody that I've lost. So I understand where Marcus is coming from. However, what is of concern is what contents are in the book. The book seems to hold a set of coordinates, and these set of coordinates are pretty far.
What the hell? This isn't some sick f***ing game.
Marcus would then threaten whoever is on the world with not so nice threats. Nothing bad, but I'll say it would leak information that I wouldn't say or want on the video. Aside from that, Marcus decides to do the only smart thing in this situation and find where these coordinates lead. The coordinates led to a house in the middle of the woods, in chunks that he claimed were already rendered by him and his brother. So how did the house get there? What is the significance of the house being there now? Inside of it was a red bed. In my opinion, I kind of think that this is a coincidence. And there was a chest. Inside the chest held a book. The book held an encrypted text, one that I didn't have the means of solving. I didn't know what kind of cipher was used to encrypt this text. I was going to assume a Caesar cipher, however, upon putting it in, no matter how many times I shifted the text, I didn't get an answer in return. So my luck ran out. I could not solve this cipher. And unbeknownst to us, Mark didn't want to solve it either.
I'm not reading that, nor am I going to try and solve it. I'm going home.
Upon making his way back, he stumbled across one of the pathways that led back to the house. This was one of the pathways that he was looking at earlier. Intrigued, he decided to stick around and explore a bit. In doing so, he was able to find a sign on the edge of a cliff. Intrigued, he built his way over to it. Upon reaching it, the sign read, "Alone." I can only describe frustration from his actions. He mined the sign and replaced it, leaving it blank, leaving the scene kinda distraught at what he found. He then makes his way over to the farm, something that he didn't get to talk about.
I never talked about the farm last time. Despite all this weird stuff, the farm was something I wanted to learn redstone with. Me and Isaiah wanted to learn it together.
However, he suddenly stopped picking up the wheat as he felt something was wrong with the farm.
I could have sworn this wasn't on this side.
Freaked out by the incident and seeing that the wheat was on the opposite side of where it was previously, he went back to the tower where he got the book from. I don't know what he was doing, but I think he was acting out of nervous impulse. However, he noticed something weird. A completely new pathway just abruptly showed up next to the tower. One that wasn't there in the beginning of the video, and one that wasn't there when he passed by the tower initially. Marcus decides to follow the pathway that leads deeper into the forest. The path would lead to a tunnel lined with redstone torches. Before entering, Marcus would fail to notice the black figure watching him from the distant tree line. At the end of the tunnel would be two signs, one with a phrase with letters missing from the words, and another with 3 numbers and the word shift. These numbers are the same numbers as the coordinates given to him from the book. This is hinting towards shifting the text given to us from the house that we found when going to the coordinates. Marcus immediately put 2 and 2 together. He even states that he's going to use a decipher to go ahead and see what this is. After a bit, this is what he deciphered. I've been in my head for a while now. I can't explain what I've been seeing at night, but I can't tell if I'm going crazy or if something paranormal is happening. This constant fear washed over my body every night I sleep. I feel like I'm going to die. I close my door and no matter what I do, it always appears in my room. I hope someone can figure this out, but I highly doubt it. I just want whatever it is to leave me alone. I can't take this torment any longer. This book speaks in the perspective of somebody who is going through hallucinations. It looks like it's from the perspective of somebody who has schizophrenia, having hallucinations and being paranoid by it, having this constant fear of paranoia going through their entire body even while they're sleeping. This constant fear of feeling like they're going to die. The question is, how does this tie into Isaiah's and Marcus's story? Just as Marcus is about to leave the tunnel, a black figure walks across the tunnel entrance. This is the same figure that we saw in the first video, as well as the same figure that was watching him in the tree line. Why is this figure making itself known to Marcus now? What is its purpose and true intentions? Why reveal itself now after Marcus deciphered the book? Could this mean that this entity is trying to tell Marcus something, or is it trying to tell us, the viewers, something else? All of this seems a little fishy to me. I want to push Marcus with questions and get answers myself. However, I feel like the topic is a little touchy. It's already outgoing that he came to me to look into this stuff for him. However, I feel like I'm uncovering something that I should not be uncovering. Ironically enough, this video ends with Marcus seeing the entity again on top of the lighthouse. This entity revealed itself to Marcus one last time before disappearing. And that's where the video cuts. I feel like this entity is trying to tell Marcus something, or it's trying to hint to us of its identity. Something fishy is brewing here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to figure out what this is all hinting at, and if that means I have to confront Marcus later down the line, I'm going to do it. Video 3, titled I'm Getting Tired, starts off as usual with Marcus greeting us in a happy state. However, he's back at the cliffside with the sign that he found from the second video. He quickly explains that he's been playing on the world, doing mining trips, and kind of just playing solo trying to progress. The sign has new text on it. No warmth, no comfort. Kind of hinting towards something like the dead. I don't know what this is supposed to lead us to, but I feel like this is just something to diverge Marcus from whatever he is looking for. Marcus expressed that he's been getting tired of these things happening around the world. I would too, especially if it was a world that held this much sentimental value to me. As he made his way back, I noticed something hugely different with the world, and that is the corrupted textures scattered all over the place. Marcus says he has been seeing the corrupted textures from time to time, and mainly ignored them, thinking it was the mods that he had installed being buggy. But from what I can observe, it only seems to be affecting the areas that Marcus and Isaiah worked on. Marcus notices the textures started to corrupt the buildings and starts to grow some concern. He would notice the lights in the main house throwing a rave party without him and go to check it out. But what catches his attention was a sign that read, "I am not who you think I am."
Who are you then? Tell me, who the are you?
Followed by another sign by the storage room that states, "But you do not need me anymore." This sends Marcus into an all-caps frenzy. His next actions are harder to define, other than full-on rage. He would start off with getting the materials to make a flint and steel. But would eventually switch to destroying the farm, even going as far as to switching game modes to creative to get TNT and flint and steel, going on a temper tantrum, burning down and destroying everything for the whole video. The thing is, why couldn't he just ban the person if he had all that power? If he had the ability to do so, to switch game modes? If he was having that much trouble, and if it really was a player, why not kick them or ban them? Unless the person never existed, maybe Marcus was developing some kind of mental illness like his brother Isaiah. Or maybe this entity in his world is the cause for all of the corruption. We have yet to decipher the name for the player that left in the second video, and no trails or puzzles have led us to revealing who this might be. Ironically, the video ends with Marcus burning down the lighthouse, the one thing that we see this entity around the most. The last video, titled Move On, has a lot to unpack for being the shortest of the videos. To start off, we leave right off where we left with the last video. Upon the start, Marcus doesn't greet us or do anything. Instead, he goes on to burn down the dock that he talked about in the first video, and the first thing he does after that is to go through the nether portal. Upon going through, he notices the item frames placed on the floor with pieces of paper placed in them, like a trail of papers leading him somewhere. He decides to follow the paper trail, seeing where it leads him, and eventually, we start to see a familiar corrupted texture. Next to it is another item frame and a paper that reads 10 years. Why 10 years? And sadly, Marcus gives us an answer without even having to say it. It's been 10 years since the death of Isaias. Marcus lied to me when he messaged me in the first place. The timing of his death and everything was a whole decade ago. He would continue to follow the paper trails, and these would lead him to more of the same paper texts telling him to move on. Before he inevitably came across the entity from before. However, this time the entity seems a bit different. The name had a number 10 stuck to the end of it. 10 years. An undeciphered name. 10 shifts. I took the player name and shifted it 10 times, finally revealing the name of the player that we have been seeing all over the world. But when you flip it the other way around, it spells Isaias. It was Isaias spelled backwards. Everything started to make sense. The lighthouse, the pathways, the messages, the books, encrypted journal. It was all of Isaias's doings. All of his attempts to reach out to Marcus, to us, to help Marcus move on. After the two conversate, Marcus was given a book. Within it was a hexadecimal cipher. And did I have fun deciphering this? Trapped soul, you need to move on. It's been 10 years, and all you've done is kept my memory in vain. This is the tortured soul of Isaias. Marcus's unwillingness to move on is keeping Isaias's memory in vain, preventing Isaias from moving on into the afterlife fully. All of the stuff that we see Isaias attempt to do, communicate via signs, puzzles, books, even corrupting the world, is attempts to get Marcus to move on and let go of him. He wants Marcus to be the best version of himself. And because Marcus has been lingering on about Isaiah for the last 10 years, he wasn't able to do so. If you attempt to open the door, consequences will arise. That's a phrase from a photo hidden within a world that technically breaks reality, as the source of the world is unknown and the entity behind its weight can never be named. About a week ago, an old friend sent me a Minecraft world file people had been quietly passing around online. It was called The Outer Rim. Every post mentioning it had been deleted within hours. He said he was able to snag a download of it before it vanished completely, and told me I should load it up myself and check it out. I was trapped in a small bedrock room where there were only 3 things: a button, a chest, and a sign that read "Take 1 and read." When I opened the world, something felt wrong immediately. Settings were locked, and I was stuck in adventure from the start and couldn't do anything to change that. So I decided to ask him directly. His reply was, "Just play the game." Cold, as if I've asked him multiple times before. Take 1 and read. Okay, and there's a button. And a soul lantern. Rules. The iron room must remain sealed. What does... Nothing after that. Just... The iron room must remain sealed. That was the only rule written in this book. Rule 1. The iron room must remain sealed. It felt wrong, but clearly this place seemed to be some kind of SMP server just based off of this spawn room by itself. And servers always have more than one rule, which struck me odd. However, I decided to ignore this and decided to press the button. The button teleported me to a welcome message, like any other server. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna heavily lean on the this was a ripped world. What is up with the Soul Land? Okay, a welcome board. Hello. Welcome to the Outer Rim SMP. Yeah, so this is an SMP world, or at least it used to be, I would assume, a server. Please follow our rules given to you upon spawning in. They may seem confusing, but these rules help us from keeping the server from going into complete NSLZD. What does that even mean? Please remember these three rules in your rule book and make sure to sign it, as if you lose your rule book, it is an immediate ban. Okay, so 3 rules. We have 1 rule. We literally have 1 rule. I'm gonna sign this because, you know, gotta follow the rules. Remember rule 3 and rule 1. They are the most important. So rule 1, Rule 1, the iron room must remain sealed. So there's some type of iron room that must remain sealed. Okay. Enjoy your time on the server. All right. And there's a house. I still can't mine anything, so we're stuck in adventure, but look at this. Again with the soul lanterns. Community house. So this is like the spawn area, basically. Everything in this welcome message felt weird. 3 rules, but we only have 1. Rules 1 and 3 being the most important, and 1 word out of every single word being complete gibberish. First off, who edited the rulebook? Why erase only certain rules? And why remove and rewrite or hide them? That's when I noticed the house. This room is enticing me right now. Again with the soul lanterns. Okay. So this seems to be like, we need something to put in here. That's for sure. Something for sure needs to be put in there. It looked too clean, empty, dimly lit with soul lanterns. The soul lanterns is what caught me off guard. Why is there a constant use of soul lanterns? Why not a torch or a regular lantern? It's almost as if the house isn't meant to be lived in. I started off with exploring the first floor. I found 2 rooms, the disposal room and the bookshelf room. In the disposal room was bookshelves and a chest. In the chest were 3 axes and 3 diamonds, as if they were placed there deliberately, with a sign pointing towards a carpet on the floor. In the bookshelf room, it was almost completely empty. No books, no nothing, except for 1 book dead center. I can see why this is called the bookshelf room. Book and quill. Okay, let's see what this has. The words were in complete gibberish. But then it hit me. This is one of 2 things. This is either complete gibberish, which I highly doubt, or this is a cipher. A Caesar cipher, to be specific. I'm gonna throw this into a decoder and see what it gives us. All right, I'm gonna put it right here. This is what I got from the Caesar cipher. 6 axes, 6 diamonds, find them around the house or around the lot. Good luck. Okay. I also took the liberty of decoding the word from the message board, and it translated to chaos. Why was chaos the only word scrambled in the welcome message? Why does this place care so much about numbers? 6 axes and 6 diamonds. What secrets are behind the iron door? And also, what are the original rules? That explains what we found in the disposal room. 3 diamonds and 3 axes. We have half of the puzzle. That's 6 items. We have half of the puzzle. But where do we go to find the rest? I mean, there's no chests. Oh wait, there was a chest. Was there not a chest in here? But there's nothing in the chest. I made my way to the 2nd floor of the house. The first thing I noticed was the signs above each of the doorways for the rooms on the 2nd floor. The symbols on them were weird. I didn't recognize them. They hinted towards another form of language or text that was probably used within the server that this world came from. There was a staircase just before the hall. Though before checking out the staircase, I went into each of the rooms. Each room had item frames with items in it, though I paid no attention to it. I swiftly made my way back towards the attic. The attic was packed with books and bookshelves. Each single one of these books was empty, except for one. Except for this one. Okay. There is literally nothing there. Inside was coordinates. These coordinates led me to a lava pool just outside of the house. $186. Okay, I mean, this is the area that we need to be in. When I got there, there was nothing. I searched around and found absolutely nothing. No chest, no structures, no hidden signs, nothing that could lead me to the clues that this book was giving me. So I decided to head back to the house. And then it dawned on me, the items inside of the rooms, they weren't just decorations. They were definitely there for a reason. The rooms at the house. The items in the frames. What if they lead more to something? I took the items and put them in my inventory. Let's spell this out. Okay? So we have a lingering potion, oak leaves, oak saplings, ocelot egg, prismarine stairs, and rod, andesite, acacia log, lime, and lime wool, and vines. I decided to take the first letter from each single one of them. It didn't mean anything at first, but then I remembered repetition matters. So we have a lot of duplicate items, 3 oak saplings, 2 end rods, and 3 prismarine stairs. I decided to treat it like an old numpad. Doing that changed the sequence, and this is the sequence that you get. When rearranged, you get the message, "Look in lava." That's when it started to click. I didn't check if there was anything buried in it. I rushed back to the lava pool and found this. Here, this is 1 block off from here. Huh. Okay, we got an We need another book. We need 2 more axes and another diamond. A chest buried inside at the exact coordinates given to me from the book. And in the chest was another book with 1 axe and 2 diamonds. The book also gave me another set of coordinates and a 4th rule. Why was I getting another rule? There should only be 3 rules according to the welcome message. So why is there a 4th rule? What does it mean by counting by the dream? And this could open a plethora of rabbit holes. What are the numbers referring to? Could this be the repeating numbers coming from these puzzles? And how many rules were there originally? The new coordinates led me to another lava pool farther out. However, this one looked like it was tampered with, as if someone wasn't able to finish doing what they were doing. I don't trust this. I feel like somebody has been here. Like, if this makes any sense, this looks like it was just tampered. They knew I was coming and... I'm on a single player world. This is a single player world. I'm pressing tab and... yeah. I don't want to jump in. I don't want to jump in. Is there anything over here? Ah. Okay. We got the last 2 axes. However, just like the last lava pool, there was a chest hidden directly in the center of the lava, and inside were the remaining materials needed for the puzzle, and another book left for us to keep. This one was special. It was titled Alphabet. And inside was the strange symbols that we saw above the doors on the 2nd floor. These symbols weren't just random. They were tied to a different language, an entire alphabet system used in a visual way to communicate without naming or stating anything directly. Whatever this world is, whatever is being kept here, the alphabet system seems to play an important role in all of it. With this in mind, I rushed back to decode the symbols upstairs and finish the disposal room puzzle. Sleep, fracture. Okay, we have a notes part on this too. So sleep, fracture, that's ET. Loop, observer, fracture, OST. Is this supposed, like, what are we decoding on this? Loop, observer, observer. Et ost asos. And you know what? I should also keep track of the rules that we have. Rule 1 and rule 4. The fact that we have a 4th rule is insane. That means that there might be more rules than what's being shown on this server. So someone really tampered with the rules. Who tampered with the rules? That's the question. What's the point of this rule system too? It seems really weird not being able to access a certain room and then count what the dream counts. Dream, could it be talking about the core? When we look at this though, et ost asos, what sleep, fracture. I can't put it to thought. Is that what this alphabet system is supposed to be? It's just is it like oversimplification of certain thoughts? OST, loop, observer, fracture. End? But wouldn't that be D? Et ost asos. It ends soon. I'm gonna assume. I'm gonna assume that's the translation for this. I say we keep all the books on us, but we have to name them what they are. The sound of a piston door opening. Not far. At first I thought it was the iron room. The piston door came from somewhere else. It came from the bookshelf room. Underneath the redstone torch was a piston door, and underneath that was a chest. Inside the chest were 2 items, another book and Rule 3. Rule 3. The world repeats on purpose. What? And another book. Okay. Again, keeping track of the rules. We found rule 3. The world repeats on purpose. I just got chills. That's the symbol of death or end. End. And it's symbolic. We have 6 pages. Okay, we're gonna recap this. 6 pages. We just got a book. 6 pages. What is the significance of this repeating 6? Time is irrelevant here. Granger isn't who she says she is. Whatever you do, leave while you still can. There used to be 6 of them. Now there's only this house and whatever she's after. Granger? What? Rule 3 read that the world repeats on purpose. What could this mean? What is it talking about? Day and night cycles, respawning, chunks, reloading, or something even worse? Repetition isn't a bug. Is this world some type of containment for an entity that we don't know the name of? Is the iron door really something we shouldn't be tampering with? So many questions I just want the answers to. Why is there another Granger? So many possibilities. Where does this rabbit hole lead? Okay. What is even going on? I know Granger. Granger is one of my one of my oldest friends. Granger is a guy. This has to be a different Granger. Either that or my memory is warped, which it's not. I know for a fact this is a different Granger that they're talking about, that this book is talking about. Time is irrelevant. Time is irrelevant. Time is irrelevant here. What does that mean? As I continued to spiral with question after question, we've checked every single room in this house except for one. The room that slipped my mind finally came back into thought. The library. Why did we even ignore this room in the first place? We haven't checked the library, have we? This is the only room that's boarded up. Oh god. Not this again. Just like the attic, there were packed bookshelves with empty books, except for one wall with 6 redstone torches. Again, repeating the number 6, but one bookshelf had only one book in it. And this book changes everything from here on out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 and one. I would argue this is on this wall, this is the only bookshelf with a book on it that I can take out. Coordinates and another Caesar cipher, another puzzle. After shifting it, this is what it says. Where 2 trees lie, cut off by leaves, lie a hidden system for you in your wake. This book gives us coordinates and another cipher. This is where it leads us. This can't be natural. I mean, there's this, but this can't be natural. Upon arriving to the coordinates given to us by the book, we noticed the trees and how the leaves are cut off exactly like the book explained. They were like as if the chunk that the leaves were in disappeared and were somehow replaced with a completely different chunk. This sparked me to look around, and at first, I didn't notice anything until I started checking around the trees. That's when I found a button hidden underneath one of the trees. There's a button down there. Okay. Hey, not that. I mean, that is cut off. Where's the other one? Aha. As I dropped down, I found out that this was an underground sewer system. Well, at least it was supposed to be. It seemed unfinished. Taking a look at one of the 4 directions that we could have gone in, one of the tunnels was completely unfinished. However, when I checked down one of the tunnels, I found a slim corridor. This was not just a sewer system, this was a maze. And at first, this corridor seemed pretty simple. Don't tell me this is a complete maze. Oh man. But this is the system they're talking about. A sewer system that leads into a maze. And on the other end was also 2 more slim corridors. These corridors also were mazes, one harder than the other. However, one of them led me to a little area with a sign. Another one of these ciphers. Let's see. E-D-E-L. Writing this down. E-L-O-O-E-L-O-O-E-N-D. That's clearly N. We're gonna start spacing that. All right. S. That's another S. O-O-N. Te-lu-en-soon. The loop ends soon. Okay. D-E. Fracture sleep. Right? L-O-O. Memory. Loop. I don't like where this is going. The loop ends soon. Or loop ends soon. Your loop ends soon. I felt threatened, as if I'm being warned. If I continue searching for whatever it is that I need to open this door, I'm going to die. I feel like I'm getting closer to a truth that I'm not supposed to know. Maybe the lanterns, maybe this thing with the time, with loops, maybe it has something to do with us. Your loop. Could this mean your time ends soon? Another corridor from there led to a smaller room. And in this room was a chest with a book in it. This book wasn't just a regular book, like all the other books that we found. There was no riddle, there was no puzzle. It was a journal from another player. Hello, I'm Asher. I don't know what loop you're on, but for you to find this means you've been here a while. Time is irrelevant here. That's why the soul lanterns are everywhere, and probably why you found my journal. They help with preventing the loop from resetting everything, including chunks, inventory, and memory. I forgot who discovered the use of the lanterns, but thanks to them, it made things a lot easier. Though we don't know the source of these memory loss issues, we made an alphabet system to prevent further issues. Someone on here, known as Granger, keeps coming around whenever we mention, I can't remember, it's best I don't say. Could that be what's being kept in containment here? I'm assuming. I'm gonna chunk up that this world is not a world, it's more of like a containment. That's what it feels like. Like, you don't want something to be opened at all. The soul lanterns are being used to prevent certain things from repeating. That's why it's written all over the house, as if it's containing something. These soul lanterns, preventing the chunks in the house from resetting. The iron sealed room. Let's assume that if the world repeats, the chunks reset. That's probably why the trees that we saw, their leaves were cut off. They used to consistently reset before the soul lantern. I don't want to end up like the others, but he keeps mentioning something about individual loops. I don't know what these loops are, but once they are slain by him, they are gone for good. However, he keeps this server in order, prevents chaos, and so far it's been fun. Not knowing what this source they talk about scares me, and as far as anyone else knows, the admins of the server have been talking about a new function system. All 6 of them have talked about a new 6-step rule system that beats this 3-step process they have right now. Something seems off. What is this constant repetition of 6 though? There are 6 rules. There were 6 admin. There were 6 items that we had to collect. It was 6 diamonds and it was 6 axes. There were 6 redstone torches. By now, the repetition of 6 doesn't feel random. There are 2 definitions of 6: numerology and biblical. In numerology, 6 symbolizes the caregiver, which is linked to family, home, and community. Funny because we got a majority of our puzzles from the community home. Biblically, 6 symbolizes humanity, imperfection, and worldly effort. In the Bible, we were created on the 6th day, falling short of the divine perfection of the 7th. It also represents the ultimate human failure without God, but also points to God's grace for imperfect humanity. Our assumptions about this world being some type of containment was correct. However, it is not for a person or for any normal entity. Whatever entity this is, it's considered a divine entity. Basically, to other people, it's a god. Something here has that type of power that it would be put into a constant loop, or maybe its own power used against it. Whatever it is, I need to know who or what is being kept behind those iron doors. I made my way back and decided to take the route that went farther down. I noticed I decided to reach Deep Slate, and as I continued to explore, I found myself going even farther. Another cipher. For sure, we know this means to know is to. So to know is to what? AE. We chucked this up earlier. This alphabet system is basically a very simplified, just like thought over simplified. If we're thinking this through, basically, whatever we look or however we look at this, they're taking out letters from these symbols, right? Or basically they're taking letters out from the words if it's already not in the alphabet. So H got taken out, P got taken out. So A could be to know is to wake, but to wake what? The Deep Slate level of the sewers was just a gigantic, massive maze. Corridors upon corridors of tunnels that I had to traverse alone. And there it was, a staircase that led to a lower portion of the maze, and hidden in this lower part was another bookshelf with a book placed directly in the center of it. In the book was 3 things. Rule 6, do not seek completion. An alphabet encoded message that translates to end is to know, and to know is to awaken. And a warning, beware of the ones who seek. What is it that it's talking about when it comes to awaken? To know is to awaken. To know what? Could it be the name of this divine entity? I continued on with exploring the rest of the maze, and eventually I found a button on the wall. Something within the maze opened, So I quickly backtracked towards the stairs that we came from and started searching the maze to see if anything had changed. Eventually, I noticed a corridor that wasn't there before, primarily the green vines that stuck out like a sore thumb. And as I walked down the corridor, I found another button. And once I pressed it, the corridor behind me closed, and I was trapped within here. I took the corridor down, and it led me into a grand room. On the other end of the room was a tunnel, and in the middle of the tunnel was a light. What is this place? As I reached the end of the room, there stood two things, a chest and a button. In the chest were two books. One book contained a bunch of pages with a bunch of ones and zeros. But these aren't just random ones and zeros, they are binary. This code could decode into anything. It can decode into a link, it can decode into a message, or it can decode into a phrase. Putting it through the decoder, I got a message. And this message read, 6 processes, 6 restraints, 6 ways to keep it asleep. What once took many to dance, play, and contain, now take function, puzzles, riddles, and rhymes. It kind of stuck with me. All of the stuff that we've been doing, the puzzles, decoding messages, which were basically riddles that also turned into rhymes, the Caesar ciphers, all of it was just unraveling this containment that this world poses as, according to this message. They don't want whatever is being kept here to wake up. In the second book gives us an image. This image is of a journal, and in this journal page are 2 photos with me and another person in it. I don't know who this person is, however their face looks familiar, but the main point of this should be the background. Both of the photos are very familiar. One is in front of the lava pool from the first puzzle, and another one is in front of the house, specifically next to the welcome message. One thing to notice is the lantern. It's not a soul lantern. It's a regular lantern. This could probably be why I don't remember this person. Could this have been an admin? Could this have been Asher? Or could this have been who the other Granger is? I don't know. Clearly, I have some tie to this world, seeing that I have been on here before the discovery of the lanterns. And Asher said that somebody had to have discovered the use of these lanterns. So if I have been on this world or server before, when? And how many times have I been on it? And how have I been on it? I have no recollection of this world. So what is the history between me and this world? Who are these people to me? And what is the bigger picture here? We're given a set of text. Remember all 6 rules. They prevent the source from waking. Waking means completion, and completion means collapse. If you get stuck, continue the loop. This seems like something that you would give an admin, somebody that you trust, as if you were passing down from admin to admin. Or am I making assumptions too irrationally? If you attempt to open the door, consequences will arise. I want to know what's behind that door. At the bottom of the page, there are coordinates. Coordinates that lead far past the lava pool. Now the only question is, how do we get out of the sewer system? What does the button do? I followed the coordinates, and the coordinates led me to a sunken ship just off the shore of a dark oak forest. Inside the boat was a chest, followed by 2 soul lanterns. Symbolic, is what I thought. And upon opening the chest, we see items, paper. But hidden amongst them was the key card and rule number 5. Rule number 5 kind of stuck out to me. Sound binds the core. There was no sounds in here, no music, nothing but the ambience from the animals. The admins were charged with keeping the core asleep. I had a bad feeling about opening this iron door. My greed was too strong to resist. I rushed back to the house and opened the door. While scrolling through my inbox, I noticed a weird email from a weird user with a short message stating, "Come and solve the puzzle. You are not the first, you will not be the last, but you are on time. The outcome is already set." And attached was a Google Drive link. I hovered over this link contemplating my options, as this can be many things: a malware or a prank, and maybe even something worse. I even attempted to send them an email and got no response. They flat out ignored me. I decided to click on the link, letting my curiosity win, and as I opened the file, I noticed that it contained photos and videos, including an audio file. The first things I decided to do was to go look at the photos. There were 3: past, present, and future. The past held the photo of an unnamed girl, present held one of an unnamed man, and the future held one of me. It brought me questions, as I don't know how I got into this file. Maybe it could have been somebody who was posing as me. Taking a look at the background, these seem to be taken on some kind of map, but I don't have the world that these photos were taken in. However, I brushed this unease feeling off and shifted my focus towards the videos. Immediately, we meet our protagonist, the man in the present photos. He is also known as Jonas, as in the video he introduces himself as Jonas, going as far as introducing his entire username, Jonas09. And just by telling off the textures from his right hand, we already can put 2 and 2 together who he was. Jonas then goes on to explain how he got the map. He stated that he got the map via an email from a company. I would assume it's a corporate company, seeing as they offered him a computer and a handsome prize for finishing this puzzle map. Though it still strikes me odd. I'm assuming that he is some kind of kid, based off of the fact that he would actually agree to go through with this, accepting to do a puzzle map for a brand new computer and maybe some cash on the side. Jonas then shifts his attention to the book in his hotbar, titled Record Book. "Hello, Jonas. This is not a test. Tests end. This is an observation. You will move. You will respond. Where this leads already has an outcome accounted for." Odd. I didn't have any questions for it, but it just kind of felt direct. It kind of felt like whoever put this here or whoever made the map already knew the outcome of what was going to happen to Jonas. It kind of felt out of place as well. I don't understand why this is so forward and straight to the point with what is going on. It's a puzzle map. You don't know if Jonas is going to complete it or not, to be honest. But for some reason, whoever sent him the map via that email knew a little too much. This record will update as observation continues. Return to it when the path appears to change. This piqued my interest the most. So this book will update as he progresses through the puzzle, which is kind of a cool feature for this map. As the puzzles progress, as he progresses through whatever this map has to offer him, there probably is going to be hints and clues given to him via this record book. Or probably it will just keep track of the puzzles that he completed. Jonas opens the chest that has been patiently waiting for us since the beginning. Within the chest held 3 items: a compass that points north, a compass that points home, and a book. The book read, "Follow the lights, solve the puzzles, return to the house with whatever is given." So whatever the puzzles have as a reward is most likely going to be used to solve the other puzzles, or in fact, probably recorded within the record book. But I want to point out the 2 compasses. What's the significance of having one to north when in reality you would only need one for the house? You're inside of a maze. You really just need one to keep where your spawn is. So this got me thinking, could the maze and the world be tied to direction? Is direction going to be something that is of importance when it comes to solving whatever puzzles are left behind, whatever puzzles this mystery emailer has left for us to solve?
Seems pretty straightforward.
Jonas was ready to tackle whatever puzzle that he came across first.
The glowy vines?
Jonas proceeded to follow the glowy vines as instructed by the book, since they were the only thing glowing within the maze. This would lead him to our first puzzle, a parkour puzzle. Something more physical, but also common within a puzzle map. However, there was a chest before the start of the puzzle, which gave him a hint as to what he needed to do to complete the task ahead of him. Follow the path, insert this book, directions are progress.
Okay, seems easy enough.
Those words would age horribly as Jonas would struggle for a while on this parkour. Eventually, he would make his way up to the top of one of the maze walls, where a plaque would be there with a book on it, which would unlock a piston door on the other side of the wall he was on. Hearing it, he would backtrack through the puzzle and find that a hidden door opened. Hesitant to jump down the hole that it presented, he inevitably did. Falling into a pool of water, he found himself in some kind of chamber room, and in front of him stood a sheep in some kind of contraption. There was something weird though, a chest and 2 other plaques. Above them were signs that said yes or no, and within the chest held a book and a paper that said vote. Within the book, it read, "This has already occurred. Kill yes or no. The outcome has already been accounted for." This, just like the other book at the beginning of the puzzle, including the record book, seemed very direct. I can't put my finger on why the texts are like this. It's baffling to me, very confusing. I can't even process as to why anyone would be this direct when it came to the puzzle. It's too ominous. And just like that, no hesitation, Jonas selected yes. Though a little less guilty on the conscious side, he killed a sheep, still deciding to take a life. Now comes the fact that, how did he get out of the room? We don't know because this is where the video ends. We don't get that answer. I decided to backtrack to the files and go to the second video, and that's when the audio file caught my eye. I completely overlooked it, so I decided to take a look at what it was. first glance, it's just a bunch of beeps and long tones, but taking a second thought to think about what it could be, the thought of Morse code came into my mind. Now, I'm no good at solving Morse code, but taking my time and going through it slowly, I put it through a decoder and was able to get a download link to the world. Alright. Oh gosh, it's dark. We're gonna backtrack from Jonah's point of view. So, seeing from his first video, it said that there are puzzles around here. And I have a soul. That is most concerning. Okay. It's a gigantic labyrinth. Remembering what Jonas's book told him about the maze, I kind of just wandered off a little bit. But remember, we're here to see and backtrack through Jonas's footsteps within this jumping puzzle and kind of get to the bottom of what happened to him within the room. Now, there are two things that I kind of want to point out: the soul lantern and the time of day. Why is this soul lantern in my inventory? It wasn't in Jonas's inventory. And why is it set to night? Did the dev just magically decide to change it and give it to me at a different time of day? Or is there a significant reason that my world is at night and Jonas wasn't? In all, I went through the same process as Jonas did, looking into the record book and looking into the book and compasses inside the chest. I noticed a few key differences. First off, the book in my inventory refers to me as player. So why was Jonas's book referring to him by his username? How did the dev have such a bad grammatical error? And lastly, the book in the chest is definitely suspicious. It's harsh and it knows a little too much. How did it know that I watched Jonas's video? And how does it know that I'm going to be using it as a reference for the maze? That's something that it should not know. That's something that the dev shouldn't know. So what is going on here? Is our mystery emailer secretly stalking me through my computer, or is this just a coincidence? However, before we continue, there is one thing that we need to backtrack to: Jonas's second recording. Upon opening it, we realized that he was able to get out of the chamber room, but it doesn't show us. It just cuts back to spawn. It's kind of like Jonas is just a husk of what he was. No text chat, no nothing, just a low hum coming from his mic. And to make things worse, it's like he's not all there. It's like he's being reprogrammed, like he was changed. However, Spawn seems a little different, and I mean a little different. The house. We know that the house is locked. There is a padlock on there, literally an amulet that we need to find, which I have no clue of finding. And secondly, the video is just disturbing, watching it from the start to finish. But that's when I noticed during the glitching parts of the video, there was just the slightest text visible during the static portions of the glitches. And in the first portion regarding the door, the words said this: first letter of every phrase. This could mean a plethora of things. It could mean every letter from the phrase of the books that we have so far, or of whatever books come from the challenges that we face later. We quickly followed in Jonah's footsteps, taking the route that he took to the first puzzle. Follow the path, insert this book. Directions are progress. I feel I want to keep notes in this book that we got from our chest. I just mentioned stuff about directions. Directions are progress. That's kind of out of character here, or out of line. What do you mean by directions are progress? Right? I'm just making assumptions here in general when it comes to the compasses. the fact that they are the first thing that me and Jonas get, and the fact that we are literally in the center of a maze, it's kind of the first thing that I want to assume or like put assumptions towards, is the fact that direction is going to be the biggest thing when it comes to whatever we're doing here. However, unlike Jonas, the first thing that we're going to do before we continue with this puzzle is take a look at our record book. Remember, our record book told us that this will update when a new path arises, or technically, it will update as we get to each puzzle. Jonas never looked at the book when he got to the puzzle. Maybe there's something hidden behind the reason why there was a room in the first place? Maybe why there was a hidden door? Or not, because the book says, take what's needed to find what's hidden, essentially. Congratulations, Dev, you've done the most. Like Jonas, we did the jumping puzzle all the way to the plaque, opened the secret door and dropped down the hole. However, the only difference was the entity on the stand. So this is the same thing. This outcome, this has already occurred. Kill, yes or no. This outcome has already been accounted for. Outcome unchanged. Suddenly I felt this overwhelming presence, as if I wasn't necessarily alone on the world. As messed up as it is, it was a villager. However, now comes the hard part, figuring out how he got out of the room. The first things that I noticed was that there were holes in the walls, particularly one hole that held a plaque with a soul lantern on it. Convenient, isn't it? As if it was meant to be there for a specific person. Putting the lantern into the plaque, a piston door closed one of the lava falls on one of the sides of the room. This opened up a hidden room that held 4 more plaques with items in it and 2 chests. The first 3 plaques that we see coming into this room had a chest next to it with a book and quill inside, reading observation incomplete, data missing. All inputs must be accounted for. One reoccurring thing with the books is that whoever wrote these definitely sounds like they were collecting data on whoever was on the world. The only question is, how were they able to do this? What is the dev recording data for? Jotting this down for later, as this could be something pivotal for another use, I turned my attention towards the soul lantern on the first plaque. I gave it a try and no, it's not the one in our inventory. I changed my attention to the plaque behind us. In the chest held a paper called exit, and using it on the plaque opened a hidden door that led us out of the room. Now came to the puzzle. Though a pretty easy puzzle, there were other holes in the wall. Checking these holes, they had chests inside them, each holding a variety of items from pebbles to stones to even redstone torches and logs. Though 3 chests held the items that we need: the redstone dust titled the loot, the lantern titled the past, and the soul lantern titled the soul. But they all seem familiar. I can't put my finger on it, but it feels very familiar to me. Like I've seen them, heard them somewhere. But I digress. As we continue, we go back into the room to put them in the plaques. And this opens another hidden door. A hallway that leads into a very familiar tunnel. At the end of the tunnel was a trapdoor with a ladder and a chest next to it that said room items only. Putting the room items that I had in my inventory within this chest opened the iron door, letting us out of the room. Could that have explained why Jonas didn't have anything in his inventory? Because there would still be stuff in his inventory if he figured this out, getting to this point that we have gotten to. It doesn't explain why all the other items like the compasses and the books we got previous to the chamber room disappeared. Upon leaving, I noticed the vines. Following them, it led me back to the jumping puzzle and of course back to spawn. But on our way back, I noticed that it also diverged off the path originally, which I hadn't noticed before. So I decided to follow it, and it led me all the way north. The overwhelming presence I felt before made itself known once again. Whoa. By the big stone-like wall, there was a sign. It's just another loop. First the red stone in the chamber. Now a sign talking about another loop. What could this mean? Everything seems so familiar. What the? Okay. Oh, what the hell is going on with this? Okay, what the hell is going on here? I'm just gonna put don't go north. And, what the hell does it mean by loop? This is a loop? I have... Okay, I'm checking the record book again. Nothing changed. Observation recorded, outcome unchanged. What do you mean outcome unchanged? What is going on? We appear back at spawn, but spawn seems a little bit different. I don't remember getting here, and I don't know how the world changed to how Jonas's world was. It's no longer nighttime, it's daytime. Now I'm confused. After finding the sign over in the north, my game glitched out. Though my inventory stayed intact, we checked our book and got an unchanged outcome. Something in this world definitely is watching us. Something or someone is watching me from my computer. It's just, there's no other explanation from that. Aside from that, something in the chest at spawn appeared. A barrier block. The same barrier block needed to open the door that Jonas showed us in the second video. Could this be the continuation of the puzzles, and what rabbit hole are we diving down this time? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh boy, that's not good. This isn't. I don't know how to solve this. This is gonna be so difficult to solve. What side am I starting on? And there it is. Probably one of the hardest puzzles that I'm probably going to solve for a while. An item frame lock combination. Not only is it a 12 item lock combination with 6 on each side of the room, but there are so many ways to do this combination. Luckily enough for us, the number combo for us. However, it is up to me to decipher how to put this in. I don't know if the numbers are referring to redstone signal or item frame placement. We're going to start from left to right. I'm just going to go off of that. I mean, that's what I was taught how to read. Reading it left to right. I'm going to go top to bottom, left to right. Okay, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, place there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. 777666. That was the wrong code, meaning that the item frames were going based off a redstone signal. Easy fix for us, and in doing so, the door opened. And within this door came a book on a lectern. The book read, "The path was recorded before you arrived." This immediately makes me think about Jonas, as before we even got here, all of this was pre-recorded with Jonas's videos. Now this also brings up what we had talked about earlier, what we saw in the glitches from Jonas's second video. First letter of every phrase applies here, and this could apply for everything in every other book. TWBA. At first I thought it was a Caesar cipher, and inevitably I could not find a single shift that would give me a word. So I started to think and ponder on this. Definitely hints towards the first puzzle that we went to, as that's the only puzzle that was recorded before we got onto the world. So it got me thinking, what direction was that puzzle headed? And that direction was west. So what does TWBA stand for? Well, W has to stand for west. There's no doubt about that, as the message itself is clearly pointing towards west. Like I said, the compasses are pointing towards direction being something of importance within this maze. I do not know what B and A stand for. It could be before arrival. It could be backtrack something. For now, the first two on TWBA, I am 100% sure stands for true west. I also took the liberty of going back and looking at the other stuff in the books. A couple things I found were this. Our record book, when we first came across the first puzzle, if we take the first letters of those phrases, WCTA, we get OULS. When rearranged, we get soul. If we take the last letter from the paragraph above, we get souls. AWCTA shifted 18 times gives us souls. So there are Caesar ciphers hidden within the messages given to us. I went back and decided to go through every single book, including the record book updates. These were the only ones I got. AWCTA and the first puzzle book, FIDP. When shifted 25 times gets us echo. Now this had me questioning souls and echo. Could it be talking about me, or could it be talking about something else? Maybe with Jonas, and maybe even the past. Echoed souls, souls echo. Could it be talking about memory? Maybe I've done this before. Maybe I've been here before, and my soul from the past is just echoing its memories forward. But something struck me odd as we went to leave. I remembered not seeing any plaque or way of getting out through the iron door. But then at the top of the staircase we came in from, a plaque randomly appeared. Is this world updating as we play it? And why did it take me so long to even come up with this kind of conclusion? It's kind of obvious to say so myself, as the book literally states that the book will update as we progress. Basically, I should have had the assumption that the world would update alongside it. However, I never really thought of that, and to be honest, I don't know what to think. So, what is hiding in the West? What secrets are we going to be finding? And where am I in the middle of all of this? Trees, leaves cut off on a tree as if chunks were replaced. I mean, who knows what happened to Jonas when he went north? A plethora of things could have happened because he went east after going north. It was super glitchy for him. But north is out of the question. We can't go north. Here. Amulet. Pale gold amulet. Pale gold amulet. This is what we need. This is what we needed for the house. Now we just gotta go home. Now I just gotta find a way to go home without getting oh. There was a pathway leading here. Odd. And the jumping puzzle. How come I never noticed this? My question is, how did he get this, and how did he know about it? Jonas didn't unlock he didn't unlock it. What is? We have something else to look for. Okay. Another book. Just something about this feels off. Soul lanterns, really? The glow. There was even a soul lantern down in the escape room that we came from. The very weird, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just so weird. Now we got another book and quill from the chest. So this is definitely going to lead us somewhere. But I want to know what the record book has to say about this. Because this is definitely something that would be recorded, right? Because Jonas was able to open this without even going into the barrier puzzle room. We'll say that. We'll call the other one the jumping puzzle room. But if he was able to open this without even going into that puzzle room, then he must have just explored this for days, right? My assumption with Jonas was that he did not go into the barrier puzzle room. We know that his inventory was wiped, though there could be a big plot point missing between what happened with him inside the chamber room after the jumping puzzle and what happened with him when he returned back to spawn. When we went north, we got our daytime changed from night to day. It could have been the same situation with him. There are a lot of things that are weird with his second video, but basically thinking about it, it probably was in a loop. He started in the day, ended in the night. I started in the night. Now I'm in the day. So there's probably some correlation there. However, the main issue is what happens when you don't follow the rules, which in this case, the rules would be to do the puzzles according to order from first to last. If he just went around exploring after the first puzzle, that would explain why he was acting the way he was in the second video. Like he just changed out of nowhere, like a personality switch. There's a lot of questions I want to ask here. And I feel a lot of it has to do with the outer rim. I don't know how this correlates, but something between the two is fishy. Observations as if something is meant to be kept here, as if there's an outcome that they're expecting to change, or maybe an outcome they're expecting to keep. You arrived at the moment where entry had already occurred. The record updates to reflect your awareness. The gate was never sealed. Proceed. Observation continues. I still don't understand the consensus of this record book. So clearly I'm being recorded. Or not recorded, but observed. And I don't know what the hell is observing me. But I'll tell you this for sure. I need to get that to open whatever the hell is in that. Another puzzle, another layer to this. And I'm not liking where this is going. Every arrival seems to begin. EAS to east. Begin. We never went east. We have never gone to the east. Begin. So we decided to go east, following the book's instructions, just to see what we can find. Though I noticed that there was no real pathway going east, we ended up finding another puzzle, which asked for the soul lantern again. Opening it gave us a hidden book, and within the book, gave us a puzzle from another world. Why does that sound oddly familiar? The hands that turn the loop. I remember. I'm in another loop. The memories started to come back. This cipher was used like a numpad, and it was deciphered to be look in lava. The only other lava source that we saw was farther down the aisle. We see that the lava looks like it was tampered with, like someone took a chunk of it out. Going to the chunk that was taken out, we find that there was a chest hidden inside, and inside held a book telling us to go south. Something once undone takes hold. Going south, baby. Which we did. I remember everything that happened. It was in our face the whole entire time. I started to remember everything from the previous world. The puzzles, the alphabet system, the signs, functions, the rules. We got 5 rules the last time, but we were missing one. One pivotal rule. One that leads us towards completion. But that's something that we don't want. Why? And I'm starting to piece it together. And that's something we would have never found. The core. All of a sudden, I had this overwhelming feeling to go back to the house and open that door. Everything started coming back. The other world. Asher's journal. It wasn't just a guide back then. It was a record. The people, like the woman from the past, Jonas, me, the loop doesn't exist to find an answer. They exist to prevent one. Awareness. And awareness isn't failure, it's a trigger. Something that I should have known as an admin, but instead, I fed into my own greed and I opened that iron sealed door. These worlds aren't meant to be solved, aren't meant for fun. Jonas, Asher, me, we're here for what? To be contained, to prevent completion, to prevent knowing whatever thought that we had, whatever the name given to me from whatever was in that chest. It means something. And every time you start a new loop, it ends at the same point. Outcomes unchanged. Core function resumed. Imagine being so hungry you could eat about anything. So hungry you could even eat up. Unfortunately for this thing, its hunger is so insatiable that it not only hungers for food, but for souls. And even time and space itself. Entire concepts are nothing compared to this thing, as this entity slowly consumes its way towards you, ever hungry, wanting more to feed, consuming the very existence before your making. Hello, welcome back. We're here with a new mod. We got ourselves a nice new world, a new spawn. Got some structures over there. I can't tell if that's a village, and you know what we're gonna do today. But I want to go caving, and I want to get some diamonds. I want to get some iron first, and we're gonna hit the caves right away. We're here with Father Fester. I'm kind of excited, you know, a being that literally consumes everything, including thought, including meaning. That's pretty intriguing, I guess. I don't know if I should be concerned. Does that mean it's gonna consume my entire existence? I honestly don't know. But we're about to find out. We about to find out right now. Let's go ahead and get ourselves tools. And let's go ahead and let's start off strong with some stone tools, and then we're gonna go ahead and start exploring and find a nice little place to go mining. I want to get some. Okay, you know what? We're gonna just abandon that now and just we'll make ourselves a stone pick for now. I really do not want to deal with any of that mojo down there. You know how much I hate water caves. I hate water caves. Why is there's just a shtick of wow. Geez, somebody did not like this structure. So we got ourselves a pretty nice spawn, actually. There's some villages over here. We got hangman. Yippee. Ooh, food. I will take the food. Thank you very much, brethren. Potatoes. We can become potato farmers as usual. I will take this because we don't have our lovely starter chests this time. We are starting strong today, brethren. I want to go mining. I don't have my fancy torches. I have my fancy torches. We're back with the torches. So we're starting this off pretty strong. Well, I guess, you know, I really wish that I got diamonds from that, I guess. My hopes were high. But hi, villagers. What do you guys have? Okay, we're starting strong now. I'm gonna go inside, and we're going to just loot whatever's in here. Child, I don't think you want to go outside, child. There's something out there, man. I'm going to set my spawn here because I am scared. I am scared. That ain't no wind blowing. That ain't no normal wind blowing. I'll tell you that much, okay? I will tell you that much. I don't know what that means. That's creepy and scary. You know what? I'm kind of regretting saying we're gonna go mining first. I feel like we should always build a house first every time we start a video, man. I feel like that should be always the first thing we do is start a house or build a house, you know? I don't know what we should do, man. But you know what? I say this. I really think we should go find a place to mine. I want to go mining. I want to switch things up. I want to get tools. So we're going to get cobblestone. We got ourselves a furnace, which is great. Now all we need to do is just maybe get a little bit more food, get some more cobble, and just find a big old cave. We got a bed too. So we can like just go mining. What is that in the distance? There's something in the distance. We're going to go to it. I want our goal. We're going to end with iron armor today. That is our goal for today. We're going to end with iron armor, regardless if we have a house or not. That's our goal. We're gonna start switching up our goals, okay? We're gonna start switching up what we do in our videos. Instead of just like building a house and all that, we're gonna do specifics, okay? I want something specific, okay? And that specific thing is going to be iron armor today. Full iron gear and iron armor. The shadows got me worried, man. I thought it was like claw marks on the side. I was about to say, we got some claw marks going on, brethren. We're absolutely cooked. Now, just know, I don't really know much about Father Fester. I know I'm pretty sure, isn't it made by the same person that made the boiled one? If I'm correct, if I'm not, you know what, go ahead, flame me in the comment section. I really do not care. Oh, it's a watchtower, and we got a cave. What I know about the mod is this is as much as I know. It has an insatiable hunger. So, brother is hungry, more hungry than me. I think he's hungry. I think he might be hungry. I'm just saying, I think he might be hungry. And all the stuff up the sheep. I thought the black sheep was like him. Dude, where is this stuff falling off to? Oh my gosh, just give me the lanterns. I just want the lanterns, please. What is this? Bread? Oh, a smoker. Okay, good. I was gonna make a smoker. That's why I came in here. But yes, so he has just he's big boy. He's chunky, okay? He's a little big back, all right? Oh, you stupid chicken. Yeah, you and your child are staying there forever. But yes, insatiable hunger. Basically just eat anything. Like literally anything. As far as I know, it can eat anything. At least that's what I read up on. So like that's kind of concerning. It can eat thoughts. It's eating my thoughts right now as we speak. Did it spawn in? If it spawned in, I'm gonna be hello? Oh, I don't like that. You don't like that. You know what? We're gonna go to the tower. We're going to the tower right now. I don't like that at all. I need food. I need food to run. So I don't have to, like, yeah, we're going to the tower. I don't like the noises we're hearing. It's a little too early to be hearing these noises, man. Okay? A little too early. I'm gonna just let you know that right now. A little too early, man. We just started this. World. And I just want to, like, you know, calm down a little bit. Okay? I know you're hungry. Okay? I get hungry too. All right? But you got to calm down. I hope he can't break blocks. All I really am worried about is just him breaking blocks. Okay. This is good. Is there any meat in here? There's pork chops, beef. Am I cooking pork chops? I'm cooking beef. I'm going to take the beef and the pork chops. We're going to cook all our food here right now. copper. Copper is so helpful right now. Any form of iron that I can take in this, I'm pretty sure there was iron the last time we came across a tower like this, right? There's absolutely no iron. We can make a bow. I mean, only some arrows. Yeah, we're absolutely cooked here. We're cooked. We're done and dusted. We're done. How come the last time we came across this structure, we got like absolutely the best loot known to man, and then now that we come across it, we get like the worst loot known to man? Like when we played the gesture mod, we came across like some of the best loot that you can ever come across, and then now we just have nothing. Okay, copper, that's what we got, and an empty thing. This is lovely. Look at the bright side though. We got ourselves some leather. What can we make with leather? Absolutely nothing. Well, we can make ourselves some tunics, I guess. I can see clearly now. I got myself something. I don't know. Sleep. You sleep through the night, we go find a cave. There should be caves here. There are caves. We saw caves. We can go mining. We shall go mining. We have a smoker. Do we take the second smoker? I think we do. We take the smokers and we go mining. I want to go mining. We leave this. Fatty's back. I hear him spawn in, or I hear him, but I don't see him, which is the issue. That is not what I'm liking right now. Hello? I don't like this. I hear him, but don't see him. That is an issue. Okay. Seeing him and then hearing him and then not seeing him is a major issue. I don't like that. I don't think I want to go caving anymore. Why did I decide to go caving first? Okay, so this is going by pretty fast. We're going to go caving. We're looking for iron. And you know what? Maybe the small possibility of finding maybe some diamonds. If we find some diamonds, that'd be great. I would love myself some diamonds right now. I'm kind of in the mood for some diamonds. But that is just me. That's if our cave serves us right, Oh. Oh, thank you. I think I might as well just. I don't want to deal with them. We're just gonna do this. Nothing wrong with this, right? I'm just gonna dig straight down because my mama ain't raised no bitch. And yeah, because I'm scared and I don't want to go back up there. I really don't. I don't want to know if he's there or not. I don't want to find out myself. So we're going to do the smart thing and we're just going to dig straight down. Not really smart. I mean, we all know that never good idea to dig straight down. And whoever told you that is wrong. Oh my gosh. This is iron. All right, whoever told you that is a complete and utter dum-dum. Always dig straight down because you may never know what kind of riches you'll find, okay? Remember that. Dig straight down. That's how you find your riches. Just pray you don't fall 50,000 feet to your death. That would hurt your ankles a lot. I really mean it. That would hurt your ankles a lot. Hi, creeper. Okay, I want this. I want the iron. Give me some iron, please. Okay, so we're here for iron, primarily. And I don't want water. Giving me water. I don't want water. I don't want your stupid water, okay? All I want is iron, and you're giving me your stupid water. We have a blast furnace, which is actually pretty good, so I'm kind of happy about that. Oh, is that a mob spawner? Oh, that is a mob spawner. Oh, I need a sword for this. Iron! Gippy. Fire protection. Don't need that. Oh, I got one of my favorite music discs in here. I'm actually happy we found this. What's in here? Okay, thank you. What is going on down here? Okay, I don't think I should be down there. I don't think I should go over there. I don't like that noise. To prevent us from getting jump scared again, I think what I'm gonna do is smelt some of this iron and make some iron tools. Cause hell no, I'm not getting turned around like last time, cause I didn't even hear brother spawn in and that scared the living crap out of me. and then we just throw those out. Whatever blocks we don't need right now, or items. And I think we're good. And then we can throw those in there. I think we're good. When the hell did it get so dark? Why can't I see 2 feet in front of me? Did I get hit on the head or something? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. My pants are brown. I just want you guys to know that. My pants are brown. Just letting you know, my pants are brown. Don't question why. Just know they're brown. And I don't know what to do about that. I'm panicking and I'm scared. I heard them earlier and now everything in here is dark as hell. I don't like that. Nope. Oh, it's a creeper. Hell no, man. This is getting nope. Dude, what is that noise? I hope that is not him. Dude, I don't like this. I don't like how dark it got. Dude, look at this. What is going on? I don't like this, bro. Dude, it got extremely dark. I can't see 2 feet in front of me anymore. I don't like this. This is getting... What a creep. Not a creeper. Well, I'm just looking for iron and I'm over here having to deal with this and I don't like this at all. This is... Dude, I have chills down my spine right now and I am just trying to get through this, man. I want the iron armor so I can go back home and, you know, go ahead and make whatever it is that we need to make. A house. Whatever. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that direction. I feel like I need to keep blocks on me just so I can block areas off. I know for a fact he's just gonna come out of somewhere, dude. He literally just spawned on me from nowhere. I don't even know where the hell he came from. Maybe I need to make a flint and steel just in case I need to, like, I don't know, defend myself. How are you gonna defend yourself, Squanky? Huh? What are you gonna do, huh? Bomb yourself? Dude, I don't... okay, we got J's. All that matters. All that matters. I need to, like... need to get out of here. I'm gonna run out of torches soon, too. Well, at least we made it over here. There's... oh, no. Okay, no warden. We're good. Some iron. No Father Fester. I think we're fine. I think, hopefully. More iron. Bone meal. I think we're fine. Just dog. Is it even safe to be down here? Well, you know what? Nowhere is safe. Come on. It's literally a mod that feeds off of literally anything. I just need the iron. I just need iron and we're good. Okay, and then we can go home and go on our merry little way. I can build a house and then we're fine. I do not like that. That is not, you know what? Can I actually take that? Oh, I can. That's not concerning at all. Is there any iron up here? Aha, iron. Oh, it's a big chunk. Oh wait, this should be the last that we need to make our iron tool or iron armor. It's like what a crazy fish once said. Iron comes with a fee. I feel like we should start digging up. Quicker we get out of here. You know what? We're just gonna mine straight up instead. All right, our one goal finished. Full iron. Oh, we're getting out of here. No hesitation. We're leaving. Give me the resources. We're dipping. I'm not staying for this. I'm not staying for this creepy guy, dude. Look, listen to the way he's freaking breathing. He's breathing like he's not Father Fester. He's breathing like he's freaking Herbert the pervert. Father Herbert, whatever the hell you call him. Perfect. Damn, it got foggy as shit outside. Jeez. Okay. Okay. Smartest course of action here. Let's loot whatever's left of... Hey. Okay. Asshole. How are you not burnt? Die. You're not supposed to be alive. You're in the sun. You should be dying in the sun. What? We're taking everything from this. We're not going to be here, so we're taking all the lanterns. Taking everything. Lanterns. Everything's coming with us. Even the chests. Taking the chests. I'm sorry. I'm going to come over here. Close that, and we're going to look for this thing or this man. Where is this guy? I don't see. I hear him, but don't see him. Dog. I do not like this. Do not like this. Okay. Maybe we can use the spruce to make something. Like the floor of something. I don't know. The house. Okay. Lantern. And get all the lanterns. We need just the one in here. Bread. Raw pork chop, which I don't think we're really gonna ever cook, to be honest. And then we're out of here. Okay, so now we find the hard part. Is just finding a place to just build. Because I want to build in a nice area, but I can't tell where to build because it is all foggy. Everything is foggy. Goodness gracious. You know what though? It's okay, brethren, because we have ourselves our trusty we're not trusty. We have ourselves the safety shovel, and we use it exactly for that. Abuse. We like to abuse. But yes. Now, I know Christmas is coming up. I hope you guys are ready for Christmas. I am... Yep. Just gonna go this way. At this point, I might as well just mine into an area and just live there, dude. I'm just hell no. My bad, sir. I didn't know you would. Nope. Bye. If there was a way to just get all this fog away, I'd be able to actually see you before walking into the forest that you I can't speak. I didn't know you lived here, brother. I'm sorry. Spruce, my one and only. Yes, my one and only. Mwah. I need the spruce. I need the spruce saplings. What am I throwing out? Get this arrow out of my inventory. Okay, I think we found where we're gonna build. Has to be over here somewhere. What the hell is that? Yeah. I don't think I want to. No. Yeah, we're sticking to our morals, and we're gonna just go over there for now, and we're gonna build. It's just that simple. You know, at this point, let's just build on the waterfront. Matter of fact, I'm surprised we haven't come across any of the, the normal structures we come across. The dungeons. I should shut up before I actually jinx myself. Back to what we were saying, though. I am... Shut up! How dare you interrupt me? Sure, get. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Who is ready for Christmas? Christmas is in literally 7 days, in a week from this recording. It's the 18th. Dude, I am so ready. I am so ready for it. I don't know what I'm going to be doing for Christmas, but I do know this. I will for sure be getting... Something's not right. I can feel it. Something is not right. Dog. No. I think I'm on this guy's list of things he needs to bring back home for Christmas dinner. I think duck's on the menu, guys. I think we need to find a place to settle soon. I think we should settle here. Oh, I don't know. I want a better place. Let's try... Inferior. I declare we build right here. Right here isn't so bad. Throw all this in here. Get our spawn point set up. Lantern. Bada bang, bada boom. And then I'll go around, set this all up, and we'll make our little squank shack right now. It is becoming nighttime though, so we might want to hurry. You might want to hurry, squank. You might want to hurry, squank. Yep. I think I might want to hurry to myself as well. I hate... Okay. I don't know if it's just me, but recently I've been really starting to hate really low and subtle growls when it comes from horror mods like this. It's starting to become a bit more unsettling, and I don't know if it's just me, but I don't like it at all. So just building this quickly. Okay. For now, we'll do that. I need to, probably shouldn't have done that, to be honest, and made them all into fences. It's okay. It's okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Fine. We're fine. We're fine. We are A-okay. A-okay. Right? We're A-okay. We're A-freaking K. Okay? I don't like how the moon is just shining on us like that, man. We don't have enough. I don't want to use the torches just yet. What I want to use is the cobblestone for this, or not the cobblestone. I want to use the other stuff for this. So we need to go and get sand in the morning. Once I get the roof up and the lanterns down, we'll sleep. We'll go get sand. We'll finish the house and we'll call it a day, okay? That's what we'll do. We'll call it a day. Okay. Now all we gotta do is just put the lanterns down. 3, 4. Okay, okay. Wood chests. I think I can get some trees right now, right? I think we'll be fine. Oh my gosh! Holy shit! Oh, I can break the doors! What the? Dog! What the hell? No. No, I just wanted some wood, man, and no. No. Okay, you don't get to do that to me, man. Okay, that wasn't nice. That was not nice, okay? Ouch. Ouch. That wasn't nice at all. Ouch, dude. That actually hurt my... Dude, I started screaming. My throat hurts now. Oh my gosh, dude. I need soup or something. I genuinely think I need soup or something. Because that genuinely just destroyed my throat. Oh my gosh. Oh, ouch. Ouch, man. You don't do that, Fester. What the hell? That's not nice. I don't do that to you, jerk. Absolute meanie. Oh no, we gotta go back. You know what? I'm gonna learn from my mistakes this time. We're gonna finish the house. I'm gonna just go to sleep so I can actually see. And we're gonna go and get wood and sand and finish the house. And we're calling it because I don't want to deal with this shit. I don't want to deal with it. He came out from this. He came out from here. Dude. Where was he? He came out. He creeped out from here like an absolute creepazoid, dude. Absolute creep. Okay. Maybe I should also replant some of the trees I mined down. Not again. Not again. Okay. I need to set this because we need to go and get sand. Okay. Oh my gosh. I don't like this at all, dude. He is dude. He is hungry, all right? He is really hungry, and he's really hungry, man. He's too hungry. Way too hungry. And he can disable my shield. That I do not like. I do not like that he can disable my shield. We're not having a recap of last night, okay? We're not replaying last night. So I'm just gonna run back with the good little duck I am. And I'm gonna be a good little duck, all right? And I'm gonna go ahead and right away just start cooking this sand, getting everything prepped, and I'm done. I'm done with this. He's eating me, bro. Like literally eating me. I don't like this. This is the worst house I've built in a while. I'm not gonna lie. But is it valid for me to be this kind of paranoid right now? He's kind of just murking my shit. I'm gonna be real. It hasn't been the best time here. We haven't had the best time here, I'll tell you that much. He's messed with us in the caves. He's basically been terrorizing us the whole video, essentially. And my pants are a bit soiled, sadly. And I didn't even get to talk about Christmas much. What do you guys want for Christmas? You know what I want? To be left alone by this mod. That's what I want right now. Not this again. Please. I don't know if I'm hearing him. I don't know, dude. At this point, it's not even that far-fetched. I'm just praying that he can't climb blocks at this point. Because if he climbs blocks, that's very messed up. Whoever made this mod, all right? And I know who made this mod. And I'm about to go complain to them about this, all right? I'm about to say, you're messed up that you made him break blocks or break shields, okay? I couldn't protect myself. My little ducky butt got literally, bro, turned into Sean Combs, man. Bro over here said, I'm gonna show you the Diddy treatment. I'm like, brother, I just want to play horror Minecraft without getting absolutely, you know, fashizzled by every means known to. I don't want to. Just. I want to make this house nice, okay? And we're gonna make it nice. It's Christmas as well, so Merry Christmas to all and behold. All right, and then other than that, where, you know what? I don't care. I want to change it up a little. Change this house up a little. I hear it, but I don't know where it's at. I know for a fact that's it. Like big humunculus ass just pounding around. Where is it? This mod, dude. This thing is gonna give me a heart attack or something. Actually, you know what? It already gave me a heart attack. It gave me 3 already. Let's be real anymore, and I'm gonna be I don't want to make that joke. I'm gonna be immobilized in the hospital. I become darker. You know, likey. I don't even think I'll have enough blocks for this. We're about to make a glorified villager house. Screw it. We're making a glorified villager house. I don't care. Do I care? I do care. I care enough that I'm not gonna make a glorified villager house. Okay, that's how much I care. I care so much that I'm not making a glorified villager house. That's how much I care. I care so much that we are not making a glorified villager house. But I do need wood. There's no chance that thing spawns here while I'm out here at this time. Like, there's no possible way that it's just gonna be there, like magically there for no reason. And then all of a sudden it's just, hi, how you doing? And I'm sitting here like all starstruck, like, huh, it was there. And now I'm just sitting there twiddling my thumb like I'm some sort of princess or something. Weird. I didn't like it. Hi, sir. Stay away from me. I've been getting my soul eaten slowly. Slowly. No, thank you. You know, likey. Stay wherever you are, and I'll stay wherever I am. And we will never cross paths because I am going to continue building my house, and you're going to do nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because you can't do anything. Oh, it's finished. The house is finished. For the most part, finished. I can make a little bit more room in here. And then we can come down here, get the lanterns, and the glass. Look at this. A true squank memento. Boom, I just made the most beautiful house known to man. Matter of fact, I don't think this is even. Actually, it is even. Wow, dude. Even when I doubt my own expertise on the subject, just wow, dude. My architecture skills, everything. I'm just goated. Fight on that, Schwaley. I told you I'm the better builder, okay? I told you I'm the better builder. Alright? Okay, I'm sorry, Fester. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go after him like that, okay? We're going to sleep. Sorry, Fester. I didn't mean to go after your boy like that. Alright, I didn't mean to go after your boy like that. Am I safe to come out and take a look at the house? Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's a masterpiece. It's an absolute masterpiece. It's a gooner piece. Witty willy. And I get to put this all the way around. Look at it. It's a, oh my, I've never built a house like this. You know, I haven't built a house like this in a while. Matter of fact, I haven't built a house like this in ages. Where is the other iron piece that I had? I had one more iron piece. What the hell did I do to it? You know what? It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Build's so good, it don't matter. Actually, it kind of does, because I was going to use it to make... You know what? I'm just going to use it to make a lantern. It's okay. It doesn't matter. I can always just do this. I feel like this would be better. And it's finished. Look at this. Oh my gosh. The best house ever made. And there's a creeper. Oh my gosh. Oh. I'm done here. Fester. You can fester up my contacts. It's you ain't never going to get this booty cheeks. Oh.